Morning, everybody. We'll get started here in a few minutes. We'll give time for people to join. Hey, good morning. We'll get started here. Looking at the dollar index, I still see higher prices on this right now. Our first target is in this little consolidation area here. So let's go to the bottom of that, 98.40, somewhere in there. We're looking for some more upside movement in the dollar. That only changes if we start breaking down below. If we start breaking down below this week's low, I think we have a little bit more downside on this. But for the rest of the week, I would be looking for higher prices on the dollar index. So with that, I don't have the euro on here. Let's take a look at euro. Yeah, euro, you're looking for lower prices down into this consolidation here, 1.101, and kind of the same thing. If we start working up above today's high or yesterday's high, then we have some higher prices on that. But until then, we're looking for further downside on the euro. With gold, what dollar going up, we should see gold going down, and gold's looking a little bit stronger. So I'm not sure. We put a long in a few weeks ago, um, and we took all the profit out, and it's retraced nicely. So on gold, if we can maintain this area and work higher, we have a nice long way to go up. Um, we want this low to hold 1196. We have a slight retracement right now. It could come down into this consolidation area. It may even sweep it, which is okay, but I don't want any closes on, say, a 4-hour or daily chart below this 1169. If we can maintain that level, I would still be bullish on gold. If we start breaking down on that, then we'll be looking for lower prices. But I like how, if you look at dollar, it's working its way up. It's making higher highs, and gold is not. Gold's still looking bullish. It's not looking weak. So I still like this formation. Might get a swing the next couple days. Get a swing down here, which would give you a signal to go long on this for a longer swing trade on it. Going into the end of the month right now into December. As you can see, this month we're basically right at the opening. We went up, we dipped back down, and now we're retesting the open of this month. See what the monthly candle looks like. You see we're right there. So there's indecision. But last month we had a nice move up off of these lows, and we came back down, tested this level. So I think we have these highs are where I'm targeting, 1365 and 1281 on the upside. Really nice levels for longs. So we need this to catch some steam. Very easily could trade and blast through that, but I'm still strong and bullish on gold. We just need some follow through on that, and if we have dollar climb up into this area, I'm looking for some resistance right there. So if we can get that, that'll help our gold trade move along. So that's really what I'm watching on the gold, is watching this dollar, see if we can get up higher into this area and see some sort of rejection, and then gold should be a nice play. Dollar CAD is still working its way up. Well, it's going to take out these highs probably this week, and you come up to this consolidation. So 13 or 1.34 to 1.344, somewhere in there. You can look for CAD to reach for possibly this week. That only changes if we start breaking down really below yesterday's low. Then I would expect some of these lower prices to start getting tagged. But this looks like it's right in the wheelhouse, and we're going to sweep above that. Australian dollar is also looking to me bullish. It's not going down, making lower lows on this. It's maintaining its higher market structure for higher prices. So if we close below yesterday's low, we'll probably be coming down into this consolidation area. At 0.1 or 0.710, somewhere in there. But right now we took out this high, came down, and now we're just kind of holding. So we need another little break up. I'd like it to get above these wicks here, and then we should have a nice run. We have lots of nice targets. I would be aiming above these highs right here and possibly up into this consolidation. So 0.753, 0.75, let's say 0.7525, somewhere in here is my upside objective. It may take a while to get there, but right now that's what I'm looking at for Australian dollar. Yen, Australian yen. I'm going to skip that for now. But I like higher prices on that also, if we can get Australian dollar to start moving up. And that leads us to the S&P. So we've come up into an area where we might see a little bit of rejection here this morning. My areas for resistance today are 2708 and 27. Well, I really actually kind of like, yeah. So 2708 and 2700. Those are your upside targets today. We'll see if we can get up there and see some sort of resistance for another retracement back down. The 2701 puts us right at the 61.8 retracement, and 2708 puts us, well, pretty much right in between the 75 and the 61.08. So those are nice areas to look for price to reach for and possibly just get some sort of a rejection at those levels. Look for resistance there. On the downside, if we start breaking down, we have equal lows right here that we could target, and that falls right on the 23.6 retracement also, and that's at 26.53. If it sweeps down there, it'll probably come back down and retest these lows. But right now, I'm still looking for a little bit higher prices this morning. We'll see if we get them. We may just fall right from here. We've had today's movement's been up, so they may want to come down and take out these lows before moving back up. Again, a lot of liquidity down in here, so that will be a drawn price. Just got to be careful on that. But I think there's room up here to be filled on the upside on this. Today I was looking at the news, and there's quite a bit of news, high impact news, and people talking this morning. So it gets kind of scattered throughout the day. So just be aware of that. You want to check out your news feed and look for those events. And if you're at the helm of your trading station during those times, just be careful on those and look for some sort of movement in the markets at those times. Let's see if I can figure out when they are here. But, yeah. Let's see. So let's see. Eastern Standard Time. Crude oil inventories are at 10:30. Bank stress test results for the British pound will be at 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. 11:45. BOE Governor Carney speaks. Noon Eastern Standard Time, Fed Chair Powell speaks. And then we got some New Zealand and Australian news at 7 and 7:30 p.m. that are high impact. So the Australian dollar might get a little bit of a move this evening. Maybe we'll take a look at that. But that's all I got for today. Those levels I would take a look at. As far as support to get in on a long trade up, kind of right where we are now. I don't want it to break down below this 15-minute wick. If it breaks down below that here within the next half hour or so, we'll probably be retesting these lows here. So just be careful of that, or at least we'll probably take this low out. But if it maintains above where we are now, if we can get some closes above the 26.95, we should get that run up into those two levels, and then look for some sort of resistance there and possibly a retracement back down. Let's see if we run a fib. Yeah, so this 23.6 kind of coincides with this other Fibonacci, and that sweeps down below that low there. But we're breaking up above this, so that's a good sign for a little bit more bullish. If you're scalping this market today, your targets can be 2700 and 2708, and then possibly look for some rejections at that and some breaking down. But right now it looks pretty strong. We have the Dow is still moving up, S&P is moving up, Nasdaq is failing to move higher right now, so that's a little bit of a warning sign. There might be some selling in the market, so you want to be careful right here. We might get that pushback down to the 2686 level for a trade. Let's see what the dollar's doing. It'd be interesting to see if we get any sort of pullback from these highs here. Looks like we want to get above them up to that 98.389. All right, well, that is all I have this morning. Watch those levels. I think, yeah, the Dow should come up a little bit higher. We're at a little bit of consolidation here. We'll see if we can get above it. Yeah, possibly get to that 75% level, at least a 61.8. On the S&P, let's clear this. We have, these highs here. And then we have these highs here. And then if we break down into 4-hour chart, we have these highs here. So those are all draws on price. Price will most likely want to retest those levels. On the downside, we have price down here that price might want to retest. So right now we're on a leg up. So we kind of have an equal movement up already on that. Yeah, so I still like those higher levels. We'll see how if we can get up there the rest of the week. But on the upside, target this area, maybe a little bit below it, come down in this consolidation. If you can get in, that'd be a nice target. If this starts breaking down, we'll probably be taking out these lows here. So watch those areas, and I think that's about it. We've had a nice move down. We retested this level, so I'm just wondering if you see this price action, we had this big drop down, had a retracement up, retested those levels, and now we're moving up. Kind of looks like this, doesn't it? Move down, push up, move back down, retest those levels, and then a continuation. So that's what I'm watching. If we break down though below and hold below yesterday's low, or even if these lows here give out, we're going down a ways. So that's kind of your line in the sand for long-term sells right there. If we can get above this candle right here today and hold, that's a good sign for the bulls. And I think we're going to come up in this area here. And ultimately, we're testing these highs. But right now we have this low at 26.25 and this candle here 26.95. Those are your two up and your top and your bottom areas that will give you an idea of if we're bullish or bearish right now. We could just be in a range here inside this candle, which just be careful. So it could range like that. If it ends up poking around down here, I would be more inclined that we're going further down. So I wanted to give above this high and hold on a daily close above this high. Then I'll be feeling a little bit more comfortable on longs. So that's all I have today. And I think that's about it. Today's Wednesday. Yeah, dollar's got to push up. Really looked bullish, doesn't it? Just wonder if they're going to tag this and reject it. But I think this 98, they'll probably, if they run this, they'll probably run it pretty hard up here. I know I'm jumping around a little bit, but I'm just kind of thinking out loud, looking for. So we have more room on the upside on the dollar. Yeah. Yeah, I hope gold holds this while dollar goes down further. That's a really good sign for gold. All right, now I'm kind of blabbing on here. So you guys have a good trading day. Keep an eye on those levels today, and remember, be careful of the news. People talking today at those times. Prices might be bouncing around a little bit at that time. And I'll be back Friday morning to kind of see how the week went and go into the weekend. All right, thank you, and have a good day.